guys are so freaking awesome. Honestly. Mr. Davis, this is for you. I was really struck by your world view on the ecology and all of the wonderful things you said about the animals in this latest X-Files reboot. I'm shocked with your concern for the world. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
My concern or CSM's concern?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, my concern personally goes a long way back to the first early IPCC thing on report on climate change, and I've been a passionate advocate about action for climate change ever since, because I think it's a desperately serious issue. And I was delighted that CSM actually had a chance to throw the rising temperatures of the world back in Mulder's face.
So we have any other questions here? Any other questions? Okay, we have one here in the middle. Suit, there you have the F badge up.
Again, thank you for showing up. Of all the writers and directors that have done episodes, who are your favorites?
I'm a big fan of Darren Morgan. Vince Gilligan wrote a lot of great stuff. I don't want to deny any of the other writers from the show. They all did really good work on the show. But I've always had an affinity for Darren's work. Even though he didn't write me into this last
He's never written me into anything. I don't think he's very good at all.
No, we're just not funny.
I didn't hear the question. Who's the sick guys on the show? There's a couple of guys on the show that was real sick. They wrote remember the story with the mother under the yeah, that was real ill. Was that the Morgan? We call it the Morgan.
So the Morgan brothers.
Right, the Morgan brothers. I worked with them in Jump Street. They call it the Morgan brothers. Yeah, but that was real sick. Especially Johnny Mathis music going on the beat. That really beautiful tune with Johnny Mathis. These guys are
First down the Cadillac.
I gotta go.
Take the next question, back over there.
First of all, we love you, and thank you for coming. You're the whole reason that we came. My question is there any possibility at all that the Lone Gunman could ever come back?
From our appearance in the new series, I told this to a bunch of people, but I think 2 weeks before I actually appeared on set. I thought I was not going to be in the show, and I was telling people, no, I'm not going to be in it. I was at a convention in Hartford, Connecticut. I came back to Vancouver, and my agent told me and said, "You're in." So, as far as whether I'm going to be in it or not, I raised my shoulders really, really high. As I mean, we're supposed to be dead as far as the TV show is concerned. We're supposed to be alive as far as the comic book series is concerned. So,
I think it depends on Mulder's supply of psilocybin mushrooms.
so hopefully you'll have another trip next 6 episodes.
Take our next question, back over here.
Thank you for all coming to Cincinnati. Question for all four of you. If you had the opportunity to do one more season or a big movie, which would be your choice?
You had to do another season of the X-Files or a big X-Files movie, which would you prefer?
Well, based on the last movie, which I wasn't in, and the last series, which I would say the series.
Same thing, I've never been in any of the movies. So definitely a series which runs for what? What do we do? 22 shows or something per season? 18, which is a paycheck every week.
I think the show now. I just think the show lends itself more to being a series.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. I just think it works better as a TV show series. So.
Well, the thing is, when it was as a TV series, it already looks like a movie. So why go for just 2 episodes of a TV show? You can have 6 or 8 or 13 or 22 or whatever. Better bang for your buck.
The last movie looked like a TV series. Chris admits it. It was too. If you're gonna do a movie, an X-Files movie, it's got to be big, and he wasn't able to do the last movie as a big movie, you know, and it just really got put a lot of money into it, a lot, and it's just not good. So.
And in all seriousness, for me, it would be an opportunity to work with guys like this every week. We're having a bromance.
We have a question in the very back there.
Just give us an elevator, that's all.
Yeah, this question is for Mitch. And your X-Files character was such a good guy, and your Sons of Anarchy character was such a bad guy. What do you enjoy playing more?
Both. You know, it's like for so many years I played bad guys, and then I was yearning to play a good guy again, and I got to play a good guy. He was a hard ass, but he was a good guy ultimately. So I like a nice mix of both of them. It's fun to put.
Actually, before we take the next question, Mitch, I just wanted to ask you, you worked with Wes Craven on Shocker, and you just did the last film that he produced, The Girl in the Photographs. What are your memories of Wes, considering we just lost him last year? What was your memories of working?
He was one of the sweetest people I've ever known in my life, and when I met him, he wasn't anything like I was expecting from his film work, and he was just like one of the most gentle people and had one of the most corniest senses of humor. If you watch Shocker, you'll know that, because a lot of the times he was off camera feeding me those lines. I'm like, oh God, Wes, really? He goes, no, it'll be great, it'll be hilarious. It'll be hilarious, say it. Okay, finger looking good. Wes was a class act, one of the finest people that I've ever known in my life. And I was very fortunate to walk into a room and meet him one day.
Well, very narrow question back here.
I just have a question for Stephen Williams. What do you think at the time when you were playing X, your relationship, how did you view your relationship with Mulder? Like, we all have a view of it, we know what we were given information-wise as far as the series goes, but how did you view your relationship with him?
Well, when I first got this role, first of all, I had no idea how to play the role. I was Mr. X, it was a real quick audition, and I made the decision to just do it with ambiguity. Just lay a line out there and let the audience figure out who the hell X was. I knew no more about X than you guys knew about it. Okay? And I think it worked. And we never knew what his relationship was with Mulder. We didn't know whether he was a good guy, bad guy, or what. So I was as much in the dark as I hope the audience was about the mystery of the character. One of my favorite scenes besides I'm sitting next to the 2 guys that were my absolute favorites in this show, and the scenes that I had with them, and the scene that William and I had in the car, where he asked me if I found out who's passing all of this information, and I turned to him and lied to his face and tell him, no, man, we don't know nothing now. Hey, but no, that wasn't bad. It was so much fun to not know who either one of these guys were. We didn't really know what was going on with, the cigarette smoking man's character. So it was just a joy not to know. And it took that pressure off of you as an actor to try to create some shit that you don't know about.
We have our next question in the back there, in the very back.
Hi, I was wondering if you guys have like a favorite episode that you were either in or that it was just like a personal favorite of. whatever you think about the show? Any best episode?
Any episode that I wasn't in was my favorite. Home was my favorite. That was my favorite. Really? That's my sick.
Sick. I knew it.
That's what you're talking about.
Is that what's up?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Or Clyde Buckland's final report.
Oh, yeah.
I have no clue. I can't even remember what the very first one was, but my first episode had to be my favorite because that was the beginning of, this character and again, a weekly paycheck. But there was one that I did absolutely love, and it's one where I shoot this guy in the head, and the scene is shot with just his shadow. You guys remember that? Where I say, he's got stole his blood, and he's down in the alley, and I come up behind him, crack, tell Mulder I'll take care of this.
Right.
And you see this scene where, I just love that one because of the way it was shot. I thought it was very creative, filmmaking.
Yes. Absolutely.
Would you like that?
Absolutely.
Going back to the elevator scene.
Right, yeah. I bet you we did that ourselves. I mean,
We did. Well, it's like, again, Rob Bowman directed it, and he and I were in this elevator. We're doing this thing, and so we do a take where we're like, throwing each other around, and then Bowman comes up to me and he goes, I'd like a little weed. So I said, okay, so the next take, threw him through the back of the elevator. The whole elevator wall came down. I looked at Bowman and I said, better?
We did this whole headbutt back and forth.
We did. We choreographed that way. Yeah, I said, I'm going to headbutt you down.
I'm going to headbutt you back. To this day, I got a question. Who do you think won that fight?
Who came to Scully's door with the answer?
But he kicked my ass when he showed up at Scully's door. I got good. I left him back there with that gun in a place other than his hand.
It's just too bad Steven's so introverted.